outside of you, they count for nothing. They count for nothing. And this pride, it comes in all kinds of forms that just get in the way of us really understanding who we are. And so we go about our lives self-sufficiently, living one foot in the principles of the kingdom, one foot in the principles of the world, because of pride. Because of pride. And we don't see the danger of it because Satan is really good at masking it, and I don't want to give him too much credit. It's just actually going, because, the antidote to all of this is magnifying Jesus in our lives. It's like, Jesus, it is all about you. God, it's about you. It's about your presence. It's about you being present in my life, me being aware of you, that how much better life is when you are the center and focus of my life. His presence. It's like everything that Jesus did is available to us in his presence. Everything that Jesus lived in, Jesus said, you'll do even greater things than me. And we're like, well, why can't I access that? Because we're trying to do it in our own way, in our own strength, and our own ability, not surrendered to Jesus. Not recognizing that when we pray for someone and God moves, it's not us, it's him. It's him. Our great knowledge of the Bible, it didn't work so well for the Pharisees, did it? And the Sadducees. All their learning, all their knowledge, all their supposed wisdom, all their law following, all of that, they kept them out of the kingdom of heaven. They couldn't see Jesus. Their sense of self-importance, their sense of their knowledge, their sense of their rightness kept them out of the presence of God. They couldn't see him. Do you have stuff in your life that's keeping you out of the presence of God? What's keeping you out? Because if you believe, here's where pride comes, right? Pride gives us a sense of self-importance, but it does this in all these different ways. For example, I know lots of prideful people that'll go, oh, I'm nothing. Oh, no, I'm just lowly, I'm nothing. Well, then basically what you're saying is that what God says is not true. Because God says you've been beautifully and wonderfully made. You are worth dying for. That you're of infinite value in the kingdom. So when you go, well, no, I'm nothing. I don't deserve anything. Well, actually, that's just pride. You're just, once again, focused on yourself. Just focused on you. Pride makes us superficial, defensive, presumptuous about God. It makes us fault-finding. Someone that's prideful always thinks they're better than others. They can easily find what's wrong with someone, right? Comparing themselves to others. And in the presence of God, there's no comparison. We recognize, man, we all are equally in need of Jesus. We're all equally in need of him. If we're in a place, if we recognize that if we're critical of others, if we think we're better than others, and you may not even realize you think you're better than others, it might be, though, that you're just like, well, comparing, and like, well, I've got this right, that person's got that wrong, and, oh, well, they need to do this, da-da-da-da-da, and it's like, that's pride. It's pride. It's like, whoa. Jesus, we need you. We need to be emptied. We need to be emptied of ourselves and filled up with you, that we would see people through the eyes of Jesus. We'd see people the way Jesus sees them. We'd see ourselves the way God sees us. So much we can keep ourselves from experiencing just because we choose not to enter into it. We choose not to enter into it. Everything is available equally to all of us here. Everything. We get it by being with him. By being with him. It's those times of prayer and intimacy and surrender. We're not going to get to heaven and God go, well done on your career, well done on how much money you made, well done on your sports abilities, well done on whatever accomplishment that you have set up. Not that any of those things are bad in and of themselves. They're just not what counts in the kingdom. Am I saying you shouldn't have a career, you shouldn't play sports, you shouldn't have accomplishments, you couldn't do that? I'm not saying that at all. Just don't in any way find your identity in them. Find it in Him. In Him. You see, these things, they're found here, in this place of humility where we get before God, wherever that may be, in our bedroom, where we can be quiet with Him, and it's just like, Lord, I just want to be in your presence. I just want to be with you. Change me. Lord, empty me of myself. Speak to me in this place. Speak to me in this moment. Be with me. Be with me. Help me tune my ear to you so I can hear. Help me put my priorities in place with you. Line my priorities up with your priorities. Let you become more important to me, Lord, than anything else in my life. Lord, your will be done here on earth as it is in heaven. Give me each day everything that I need. May your name be glorified. May your name, through my life, Lord, would your name be lifted high. Fear of man is just another form of pride. It's just another form of pride. Not wanting to offend people, just another form of pride. Political correctness, all that stuff, it's just pride. Just masked with different names, different faces, different packaging, because the enemy's really good, at packaging all this stuff well. The world does a great job at hiding pride. See, the deadly factor of it is, Proverbs 16:18, it says, pride comes before destruction. It always results in our destruction. It always results in our destruction. And it blinds us. We think we're doing well. We think we've got it together, but we're doing it without God. We're doing it without Him. And He's here. He's with you. He's close to you. Anxiety. It's pride. It's pride. Because what we're basically saying when we're anxious is that God is not trustworthy. That our perception of the situation is more real than God's. Why do we fight and quarrel? Pride. Because we want stuff our way. We think that the way we think it should be is the correct way. It causes us to try to control situations, control people, force a particular result, as opposed to, Lord, I got to put this in your hands. Now, how could Jesus teach to walk with your enemy? How could Jesus teach that, if someone comes and slaps you on one cheek, turn the other? Because there was no pride in Jesus. He wasn't protecting his dignity. He wasn't protecting any of those things. He had one purpose and one purpose alone. It's Jesus. What is it that that you want. Or it was Jesus. Father, your will be done. For us, Jesus, your will be done. In the concept of eternity, our life here is so short. It's tiny. It's a blip. It's a blip. Jesus, your will be done in this blip. Your will. Seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and everything that you need is going to be added to you. We seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and everything we need is added to us. Everything. Seek first his kingdom and his righteousness. Right? How do we do that? Lord, your presence, you. What is your... Lord, I don't want to live my life on my own terms anymore. I don't want to live my life in my own way. I don't want to pretend I've got it together. I don't want what I want. I want what you want. And I'm willing to let go of anything that's in the way. Change me. Take away any sense of my own self-importance. Take away any sense of me needing to be seen or heard. Take away any sense of me needing to have a status or anything. Change my heart, God. I want you. I want you. I need you. I don't need things my way. I need them your way. I need you. That's where we live from. That's where we're meant to live from. He loves you. Do you believe that? He loves you. He loves you. He loves you. Remember Jesus' word to Peter? Peter struggled with pride. Now, Peter, do you love me? Then feed my sheep. And he said, yes, of course I love you. Okay. No, Peter, do you love me? Why do you keep asking me, Jesus? Do you know that he's for you? Do you believe that he's for you? Do you believe that he has your back, even when stuff is not working out the way you think it's supposed to work out? Do you believe that his plans are better than your plans? Do you believe that what he has for you is greater than what you could ever imagine for yourself? He's amazing. So Lord, just as we wrap up, I just want to pray. Lord, make us all, starting with me, like little children. There are these words you have in Matthew 18, that the greatest in the kingdom are those that are emptied of pride. May we not hide behind masks anymore, God. May we not have any sense of our own self-importance, but may we just serve you. May we not seek after the things of the world, but may we seek after your kingdom and your righteousness. May we die to our flesh so that we can live from our spirits and experience everything that you have for us. May we see things the way that you see them. Help us, if we struggle to see ourselves the way you see us. There's no 3 points or 4 points I can give you to getting away from pride. There's only 1 point. Surrender. That's it. Time with God, surrendered. Is it days? Is it hours? Is it minutes? I don't know. But if you'll ask Him to show you, if you'll ask Him to help you crucify your flesh so that you can live from your spirit and to get rid of pride in your life, He will. If you'll make it a priority to spend whatever time He asks you to spend with Him each day, He'll help you. He will. But make Him the priority. Make Him the priority. When He's your priority, nothing else matters. If He's your priority, you won't stop going to work. You're not going to drop all your responsibilities. You're not going to stop caring for your family. You're not going to stop doing stuff. You're just going to prioritize Him. You'll find time. You'll find Him amongst all the busyness of this world. And you'll recognize that, like Jesus taught us, He's the living water. That those hungry and thirsty can come to Him and not have food that satisfies for a meal and then you're hungry again, but food that satisfies so that deep thing He calls hunger and thirst, that need within your soul, gets fed. And that suddenly, man, peace beyond all understanding, joy like you have never known before in the midst of every trial and trouble. It'll come. It'll come. Amen? Wonderful, guys. Have an amazing rest of the day, amazing rest of the week. Enjoy each other and have an incredible time with God this week. May it be blessed. Be absolutely blessed. Yes, Lee's pointing out, sorry, before you get up and go, Pierre and Melanie, if you just want to stand up, it is Pierre and Melanie's last official Sunday with LifeHouse. I asked them if they wanted to say anything, but they said no, it's all good. They start moving this afternoon, move tomorrow. We'll see them many times again. They're just a little bit down the road, so it's not goodbye, it's we'll see you soon. But it's a wonderful next step in their life and their journey with God. So, guys, thank you. We wish you well. We look forward to what this next season of journey looks like for you and us together. Amen. Wonderful. Oh, yes, and prayer. If anyone needs prayer for anything, especially what Crystal was saying, if motion sickness, if you need prayer for anything, then please come on over here and we'll be praying for you. And don't forget to get your kids. There we go. I've covered it all.